Hello everyone, this is Vincenzo and welcome to a new video. Today I want to show you a 10-minute rapid game which I played a few hours ago, and I got a very nice win. It was only 10 moves and my opponent resigned. So I wanted to show you this game because it is about a poisoned pawn in the London system. So if you played London, you should really know this line, and this is why I want to show you the game. The accuracy was very high, but it was most theory. So yeah, this is why the accuracy is so high. But anyway, let's start with the analysis. I played d4 as always, and my opponent here played e6, which is common. And now instead of playing bishop f4 here, I decided to play knight f3 first. Why? Because sometimes you can go bishop f4 here. It is perfectly reasonable. But there is a problem that some opponents will play this move, which is an inaccuracy. White has the advantage, but it is very annoying because you then have to retreat and black can take you out of your comfort zone here. So I want to avoid it, this g5 move, which is not very common by the way. So I went knight f3 because if my opponent plays a common move like d5, I can now go bishop f4, and now there is no g5 because I can just take. Alright, so this is why I went knight f3 first. Now my opponent played c5, a very common move. Against the London you should really play c5 unless you are playing some Indian setup, but you should really play c5 against the London, because if you play knight f6 before the c pawn moves, it is not very good, to be honest. So here I played e3, defending my pawn, also opening the bishop, and now my opponent played queen b6, and here I remembered that I can actually go knight c3. First of all, this is not a problem because it is attacked twice, but it is also defended twice, so it doesn't work. So here I remember that I can go knight c3, and if my opponent rushes, they will take the b pawn, which is what my opponent did. So the problem with taking the b pawn is that now white is completely winning. As you can see, it is already +4 of move 5, which is insane. And you can see that my opponent only spent 7 seconds to get to this completely lost position. So, but why is this a problem? Because now the London bishop is very strong, and now you can do this knight b5, which is the only move to keep the advantage. Now you're threatening this, and actually the queen cannot go back. So what happens? That black is forced to develop their knight to a6. Alright, so now I cannot play this move. Well, I could, but doesn't make any sense. Now there is a very nice move here, a3. Why a3? Because now the queen is completely blocked. If you see, the queen cannot go anywhere. You see, everything is covered. This knight on b5 is very nice because it covers the c3 square. So what happens now is that I'm going to play rook b1 on the next move, Yeah, like here, rook b1 attacking the queen. The queen only has one square to go to, which is a2, and now I get my queen closer because now I want to play rook a1, rook back to a1, and now the queen cannot move back to b2 because the queen covers that square. Now basically the queen is trapped, so my opponent took the pawn, but this is obviously a blunder because it loses a piece. And yeah, I cannot win this queen very often, maybe. No, not really, because I really can. Even if my opponent plays c3 here, the queen is not going anywhere, and then I'm going to play this, and my opponent will have to sacrifice their queen, and of course this is completely winning. You should not have any problem to win this position. Even here my opponent just resigned because not only they lost a piece, they are going to also lose their queen. So a very nice game. You should definitely know this line until move 8, I believe. Yeah, this poison pawn line where black takes, but here you shouldn't rush with rook b1 because the queen escapes, and now you can see that oh, actually the knight is hanging, so yeah, you shouldn't rush with rook b1. Remember to play knight b5 first, and then you can go a3, rook b1, trapping the queen. Yeah. So let me know in the comments if you had any games like this in the past, and if you knew this line. I hope you find it instructive, and see you in the next video.